And so it is I, Ronkar. It is my pleasure to be with you in this evening. The medium took you through a very nice, simple mantra. And she chose to use the words peace and harmony. He started with peace and harmony and had everyone relaxing toward those words, using peace and harmony. And then she switched to joy and happiness. And we hope you all felt the change in vibration. Mantras are an excellent way to attract to yourself that which you would like to experience in your life. By simply repeating whatever it is that you wish to come into your life, you are sending out that vibration which will draw it to you. And so you can use any words that you like. You don't have to use peace and harmony. You can use peace and tranquility. You could say calmness. You could say fun. You could say, besides joy and happiness. You could make any other word that would describe something you would like to arrive in your house, in yourself. You could use the word money. You could use the word friendship. You could use the word love. By repeating a word that has a vibration, as all words do, but has the vibration of something you want to attract into your life, that mantra will work in the way that you desire. And so, if you wish peace and harmony, use peace and harmony, or just peace, or just harmony. You can use love and happiness, joy, tranquility, money, anything you like. Or by making the vibration, saying the word which creates the vibration which you are sending out into the ethers. And you are bringing into your conscious mind these things that you are saying, and you are focusing upon them for however long it happens to be. It need not be long, 2, 3 minutes. You will begin to set up the vibration within yourself that attracts these things to you. And so remember this, the easiest way to bring things into your life that you would like is to start to speak them aloud. Remember that also to give away what it is you wish to receive is to attract it to yourself. And so if you wish to be loved, merely love others wholeheartedly, and then you are loved. For that everyone loves the person that loves them. They appreciate being loved. And that sets up the vibration of a mutual love going out and coming in. If you wish to have more money in your life, give some of the money that you have away. Give it to a charity. Give it to a friend. Give it to your church. Give it to someone in need. Because when you give something away, you send it out. And this sets up the vibration to attract it to yourself. Sometimes you must be consistent for quite a while before the money will come back to you, or the love will begin to be expressed in your life. But it is the law that whatever you give, so it is that you shall receive it. That applies to your spoken word. It applies to your possessions. It applies to anything. Whatever you want, give it away, and it will return to you 100-fold. That's what is promised, and it is that which you will receive. And so I just give you this little tip to bring into your life whatever it is you wish. And now, are there any questions for me?
All right, I'll start. We lost a friend a few weeks ago.
The transition?
What happened was we were very close friends with two couples, and we always, hung out together, did things together. We belonged to a book club and a gourmet dinner group, and we visited each other when one of the couples moved away to a further distance. And anyway, they came over to our house like on some holidays. I knew her, of course, more than I knew him, but he was a hell of a nice guy, and he was very good friends with my husband, who also passed away, but they had a camaraderie. And his wife called me and asked if I would speak at the memorial. And I have a history of being stage fright. I don't like speaking in front of audiences. And she asked me in a way that I kind of couldn't refuse. I said I'd say something. But the thing is, I don't have, he was a great guy, a great husband and father. And the thing I remember most of, it was funny when we were in this gourmet dinner group and it disbanded because people were getting older and some passed away and some moved away to Florida and further locations. So it kind of disbanded and there were only like a few couples left. And so we called ourselves the Leftovers. It's a gourmet group, the Leftovers. And then we'd go to a restaurant to eat rather than prepare one of these gourmet meals at home because, who wants to do that at our age? It was just too much, the shopping and the preparing and the cooking and all that. So anyway, I could mention that, about the gourmet dinner group and the book club. And, but I don't know, I'm at a loss of, could you help me as far as what I could think of to say more about him?
You don't have to say a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
At memorial services, usually more than one person speaks.
Oh, good, yeah. I was hoping,
and
right?
So what you can say is brief, just something that you liked about him. Perhaps he was funny at dinner.
He had a good sense of humor, yeah.
Had a good sense of humor. Maybe he would make jokes about the food. Who knows?
Yeah, he was always ready to go out to eat. Yeah.
And so you can simply say that. One of the things you remember about him is how much he enjoyed going out to eat. He was always ready to go out to eat when we had our gourmet dinners. You could say something like that. That is just whatever you remember. It doesn't have to be a lot.
Go into detail.
Sentences. I enjoy going to, the home with them, and
right, the book club.
He was such great buddies with my husband.
Right. Okay.
Just say that, and it made us very compatible with as couples,
Mhm.
that your husbands got along and you enjoyed whatever your friend's name is,
Iris, yeah.
Iris, that you and Iris really enjoyed being together too. So it was wonderful that um, you know, that you had this kind of a relationship. And while we regret his passing, we know that he is happy in heaven.
Oh, good. I would like to say that.
Yes, you can say that. You regret his passing. You will miss him, but you know that he is happy in heaven.
And he's probably having a good time with my husband. Maybe they
Yes,
got
you can
together.
say that also.
Mhm.
So there you go. You've got
Okay.
a
Thank
few
you.
suggestions.
And I'm glad you said it doesn't have to be long-winded. It could be, you know, 5 or 10 at the most. Okay,
Oh, you do not even need to do 10. Do it
good.
5.
Okay, because as you said, there'll be others that will want to say something.
There will be others, and you only need to do a few minutes just to
Good.
say that, maybe you 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 loved him, maybe
Mhm.
you loved his sense of humor,
Yes, yes. Okay.
something like that, that you loved his sense of humor and you loved every time you got together as a couple, and you know that he's now playing golf with your husband in heaven, whatever.
Okay.
And you can keep it light and funny, and that's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Because if you were to try and get sentimental, you would not want to have tears and cry. So
Right.
just keep it light and fun.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
Yeah. Um, you're here. I know you came to help us, right?
Excuse me? Yes, I
You're
can.
here. You're here because you wanted to help us struggling
Yeah.
folks here on Earth.
Yes.
I was wondering, what can we do to help you?
Oh, thank you. But there was nothing that I need, because there are no needs when you are in spirit. You have everything. Um, and you do not have a physical body, so you cannot get gifts. There was really nothing that you can do for me, except ask questions and try to understand what I am telling you or I am trying to teach you, so that you can lead the happiest life possible. That is my goal, to try and help you to be happy in your life, because happiness is the basis of metaphysics and a good life. So when you are happy, you are cultivating good energies within yourself. And these energies keep your body healthy, and they allow you to do the things that you want to do. You are most generous with your time in helping others. And so you do not need, I'm sure, others come and help you at the same time when you are in need of help.
Mm-hmm.
So that you understand how giving attracts to you what it is you wish to have. So I would just like to know that you are happy and that I have given you advice that you understood and you could follow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you've told me many interesting things.
And I am glad for your presence in this circle.
Thank you. I was wondering also, we lead many lives. Is there like an average number, would you say, of reincarnations in individuals?
Oh, I have never thought about that, because one moment, please. Let me contemplate your answer or your question for just a moment. Um, we all have different numbers of lives that we have already accomplished. And how many we have does not mean anything in spirit, because
Was it because you never stop?
I will say sort of,
Okay.
because I have spoken of this often, but there are people who do not wish to hear it. They think that you achieve a certain level and then you no longer have to come back. You no longer need to have another incarnation. And that is correct. You often reach a point in your lives where you have achieved your goals. You have learned a certain amount of information, and you there is no karma for you to come back. However, and I have said this before, the only place you can create other than in the physical world is in the physical world. In spirit, we cannot create.
Oh, that's right.
Because we are in spirit. And it is in the physical world that we can demonstrate, if you wish, or use that aspect of ourselves, which is a creator. And so the urge to create is there.
Oh.
And you would not have to come back to right or wrong. You could come back to teach others. You could come back to give love.
Oh.
Jesus of Nazareth was an individual who came back to teach others. He had no karma to do, but he wanted to show people how love could enhance their lives by even making that ultimate sacrifice of his own life, which then became an example of the ultimate act of love and obedience to his Father, as he put it. So there were things he wished to demonstrate, such power to bring about the loaves, the story of the loaves and fishes, where many people who were gathered on the hillside, and while they may not have been in hundreds, as they have said, it did not matter. It was 40 or 50 or 60 people, and we had limited food, but we could continue to give it away so that everyone was fed. And the scraps that were left were more than we started with. A good example of giving things away to receive. And so it is up to you when you are in spirit. As I have said, I have chosen to speak through the medium, to try to give clarity and understanding to people who wish to learn, and help them to learn through their minds rather than having to experience everything for themselves.
Uh-huh.
Because
We're
sometimes
very
that is
grateful
most,
for.
excuse me?
I said, which we're very grateful for.
Yes, sometimes experiencing things for yourself can be quite distasteful. It can be hard on the body or on the mind, that you learn through some difficult lessons, not good lessons, not happy lessons. You really learn from difficulties.
No.
That is the one in which you want to avoid. You have experienced driving I wish to say uncarefully, not paying attention to the way you are driving. And so you have an accident and you are injured and your car is smashed. It is a lesson to remind you to pay attention to your driving and drive carefully. It's so much easier if people hear that and say, oh yes, I should pay attention when I'm driving so that I don't have an accident. And there are many things that happen like that, where I can make your life a little bit better if you listen to me. And I am always endeavoring to help.
Awesome.
So that is my work while I am a spirit. I am using the medium for this purpose. And I hope I am being successful, even though there are few people on this meeting that we are having. And so other people must come down, and they wish to be perhaps drug researchers and scientists, which requires them to learn about the physical world so that they can seek to help others, maybe to bring up vaccines or to find ways of curing people of other things, of illnesses, mental illnesses. The way I can do something to help someone else. They become scientists, preachers, doctors, nurses, and they are giving. And that is what they choose to do. They do not have to come, but they wish to give love or to show love and compassion for others. And so they join the healthcare fields. And some people make a lot of money and then make contributions to hospitals, building wings or an operating room or buying equipment, helping, giving money so that the hospitals can buy things that they need. And other people come forth to the poor to try to help them in their times of need. So people come in, even though they do not have to live and have a reincarnation to grow. They have already achieved it, and now they are there to give and help.
Do all spirits come with the, say, good intentions or desiring to help? Or, I mean, because some people in this world kind of seem like they didn't come here for that purpose.
Oh, well, those are the people that probably came there because they had a lesson to learn.
Oh. Well, if they, I don't know. And I don't know, they keep saying people are born, crazy or schizophrenic or whatever, and they wind up to be killers. And they say they're born that way. Is that possible?
Oh, is that what they say?
That's what the scientists say, yeah.
Oh.
Or the shrinks or whatever. In other words, they say the kid was born that way, he was like that way since he was born or something like that.
I do not think, well, they may say that, but that is not true.
Oh, okay.
That the child has been shaped or injured or hurt in some way. Some people do come down to experience handicaps, and that might include mental illness. They wish to experience it, and they wish to allow others to help them. And they do a service in that regard. Do you understand?
Yes, yeah.
Even people who have Alzheimer's or the elderly, when they become incapacitated and cannot take care of themselves any longer, are doing a service to those who wish to give service.
Uh-huh. Okay.
After all, you all can't give service if everyone is healthy and well.
That's true. Oh my
So
goodness.
you must have someone you can serve or help. And those people with disabilities, it is difficult for them, no matter how much other people help them.
Mhm. And it's sad because no matter how much you help them, you know they're not really going to progress any further than where they're at.
Sometimes you add that is correct, and they will always need your help
Mhm.
or someone's help.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. I was thinking about what you said before about repeating things in a mantra.
oh yes,
Um, but I was told you have to say it a certain way, otherwise it doesn't work.
that's not true. I don't know who told you that or what they were thinking as they said that.
Well, they said if you say I need something, well, you're going to keep needing it. If you say I want something, well, you're going to keep wanting it.
We are not saying I want. We are simply saying what it is, peace and harmony. We do not say I want peace, I want harmony. We are saying peace and harmony. And by repeating those two words as a mantra, that it will relax you and put you in a peaceful and harmonious state for a period of time after you finish with your meditation. And you can say joy and happiness, and that will simply alert your consciousness to what it is you wish to see. And so you will be sensitized to noticing that something happened that made you happy or brought you joy. And so that you actually have a happier life because now you observe those things that bring you joy, and you now observe those things that bring you happiness. And when happiness is acknowledged within your life, you are happy. Are you not?
Yeah.
Yes. If something good happens to you and you know it is good, you are happy over it.
True.
And so this realization of a happy incident in your life makes you happier. So you are not wanting. I believe what the other person has said, I want, but they are not totally correct. But it's better just to say what it is you want or that you are hoping for and focus upon those kind of actions in your life.
Oh, okay, but all right. I don't know. You said something about some things before, or what the heck did you say now? I know you said something about money. You said something about other things but I wasn't sure how to do that. If you can joy and happiness, those are basically emotional things and have a wide range of things. Well, say your car broke down, you need a new car or whatever. I mean, what do you say to attract a new car to you?
A beautiful automobile.
Oh, just say it without saying I need it or I want it or anything.
Right.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Oh, okay.
And you can also say, you can simply say that I have a new automobile.
Even if you
We
don't.
have an excellent, beautiful new automobile, even though you do not have one. Just state it that you do. I am
Okay.
happy because I have a new automobile.
Okay. That kind of reminds me when we were kids and we were playing with imaginary things, you know. I've got the car, you have to wait. You know, silly things like that you'd say, you know, and you're going brum, brum, brum and running around like you're driving a car or something.
Well, yes, that is it. You can always say that you already have. It is not good to say, you are correct, that you want a new car, because then you are just affirming that you want something. If you say, I have a new car, I am happy because I have a new car, and I give thanks for this new car in my life. And I am grateful for this new car that has come to me. I am grateful for the gift of a new car.
And you don't have a new car. So some people might think you're a little Looney Tunes, but
You don't have to say it in front of other people.
that's good.
You can say it in the privacy of your bedroom.
Okay.
And you have already listened to a lecture that the medium gave on prosperity.
Yep.
And received a prayer to say,
Yes, I got it.
and which you have everything.
Yep. And it still sounds funny when you say it because you know it doesn't exist.
Well, that's okay. You keep saying it. And one of these days, you will get a demonstration.
Oh, I
The
kind
money
of
will
did.
come to you.
I kind of did because I won at the casino and I never go to casinos.
And so you received a demonstration. You continue to say, and money will just show up in your life in different ways.
Oh.
Perhaps you will find a $5 bill on the sidewalk.
Wow.
And while it may not make you rich immediately, if you find a lot of $5 bills, they add up.
Oh, yeah.
And then you begin to think of yourself as being very lucky. And you will have changed your perception of yourself. And as a result, you will find yourself being more lucky and finding more money.
Wow.
It takes time sometimes to change your thoughts about who and what you are and how you are.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
So that's what you are doing with the prayer or other affirmations.
Okay. I'll have to work on that.
Yes, you have to. If you wish, you can work on it in order to get that feeling of total prosperity. And prosperity is good health, good happiness, perfect happiness, as well as wealth and money. So you can always use a little more money coming into your life. So you can just say money, 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 money.
Okay. All righty. That's quite a concept.
Yes, and it is. See, you are very happy now.
Yes. It almost sounds too easy.
Yes. So just saying the words fast like that is funny. And that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And it also sends out the vibration of money.
Cool. Wow. Okay.
It does work, but it may take some time.
Okay.
Are there any other questions?
Okay. You said before, love others wholeheartedly.
That what?
You said love others wholeheartedly.
Oh, yes.
I'm thinking I'm not getting the right perspective on that because for some reason I'm thinking if you love somebody else wholeheartedly, you're making yourself vulnerable to another person that could take advantage of you because they know that you love them, so they're going to manipulate you, so to speak, to, you know, basically do what they want you to do, or they want you to.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yes, on the physical plane, relationships are often subject to manipulation by one person or another within the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You are responsible to not allow yourself to be manipulated. Love does not mean, or loving wholeheartedly, which I don't believe I used that term, but when you love someone, you do not allow them to manipulate you, because that is a bad habit to encourage. By letting it be successful, do you understand what I'm saying?
It's sort of, I guess I was just screwed up with the emotional part of it, I guess, because people, I don't know, I see a lot of people saying, you know, oh, they let this person get away with this, get away with that because they love them.
Yes, well,
So,
that is an
or whatever.
excuse. That is an excuse for their allowing themselves to be irresponsible.
Oh, okay.
You
So
are-
how do you love somebody like you were saying? How
Okay. What is love? Love is seeing good in people and accepting them as they are.
uh-huh.
And when someone is trying to manipulate you, that is a character flaw, is it not? To try
Yeah.
to manipulate other people.
Uh-huh.
But you accept them, but you don't allow them to manipulate you.
Oh, okay.
You say, I understand that you need a new car and you want me to give you one, but I am not giving you one.
Uh-huh.
You have to earn a car yourself. That is love. You're not telling them that they're terrible. You're just not giving them what they request. And there is nothing that says love is determined by whether or not you give me what I want.
That's the way a lot of people look at it, though.
But they are wrong.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So you do not have to accept that in your life. I mean, if you have many people around you who are making demands upon you out of and saying that if you love me, you must do this, then you have to say back to them, I do love you, but I do not have to do that.
Uh-huh.
That is not love to give into your demand. That is not love. And how much do you love me if you are demanding I give you something?
Uh-huh.
I accept you as you are. That is your love. That is love. You see, I'm not being critical of you. You are telling me I must give you something, but I love you. And I will not give that to you because I cannot impoverish myself by giving you that gift. Because I have to take care of myself. Are you going to give me money in 2 years from now when I cannot pay my rent? Are you going to pay my rent for me? Is that a promise?
Is that a promise? Yeah.
And love is not about giving and taking. Love is about acceptance.
Okay. Okay.
It is hard with children.
Yeah.
You have to teach them how to behave. And they will not see that as an act of love until they become a parent themselves. And then they will realize that you were a good parent and you were a loving parent, and they know how to behave. They will emulate you. And that is a form of flattery. And a statement of love.
Okay. Okay. I got another one as usual.
Excuse me?
I got another one as usual.
Oh, good.
If I mean it all, I presume anyways that all spirits don't decide that they want to help everybody on earth. So if they don't, what do they do with themselves up there?
Oh, in spirit?
Yeah.
We don't have to do anything.
Okay.
We
Well,
have
you
the
do have a
body.
mind, so I figured your mind is going to get bored.
Oh, there are always things to look at and examine. The Akashic Records are very long.
Oh, people go and look at them?
Yes, you can if you wish to. And you can learn a lot from the Akashic Records.
You can? Isn't that just history?
Well, yes, you can look at it as, yes, they are history, but by observing history and seeing what people did and what the results were, you can learn a great deal. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look at the behavior of others.
I was going to say, is that any different than looking in our own history books on Earth? Then you can see all the things that people screwed up.
It is very different because you can see more directly exactly how a certain behavior resulted in a result which was not good.
Well, I guess, don't we still do that here? Like all the wars that we've had? I mean, we figured that's not a good result.
Well, apparently not, because you continue to have wars and fight over things that that really are not important.
Yeah.
And there is people fighting over power.
And over a piece of land.
Or a piece of land, yes. But many people, it's power. They want, if you look at your war in Ukraine, that is still going on. Mr. Putin has attacked and destroyed and destroyed. And in the doing of this, well, first of all, he has set himself up with a lot of karma. But he may not consider that. But he has not done his own country very much good, because thousands of his citizens have died. For what reason? Because he did not want a country to affiliate itself, a country that was on his border, to affiliate itself with someone he decided was his enemy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And so he has said that he will destroy the Ukraine until it is no longer a country. And he is working at that. But in the meantime, he is also killing off his own citizenry, which is not a great help to his country.
Yeah. No, are these, I mean, I don't know exactly what's in the Akashic Records, but is that similar things in there?
Well, there's so many wars you can examine if you wish.
Yeah. Are these, I mean, what are in the Akashic Records? Are they history of Earth or history of each individual that lived?
Each individual that lived, and all the situations, everything.
And all the situations throughout all their lives.
Yes. And you could look at a single lifetime and see how they helped themselves and how they did not help themselves, and how they damaged perhaps their relationships or other things in their life by their actions. how they caused harm to themselves. And so you can look at this if you wish.
So that's kind of like looking at your own history, not particularly history of everyone.
Well, when you transition, you do have your life review in which you are treated to see the results of all the things that you ever said and did.
Oh, goodness.
And to see the results of them, whether that something, a decision that you made on one day was a good one, or did it harm someone else? And you can see all the good things you did, and you can see all the harmful things you did, not just to yourself, but to other people. And so you can see extended cause and effect, karma.
Would you see things like, like, I guess that happened accidentally, like if you did something with no bad intentions or whatever, you just did something and somehow it affected somebody else negatively, but you didn't know about that till later on when somebody told you about it?
These are difficult things to just respond to, because you would not be responsible for the karma in the same way that you deliberately did something. Now, because in your society, you have gone through a period recently in which people would take offense to the words or actions of others. That does not mean that you did them harm. That means they didn't like what you said or did. And their judgment is their problem, is what I have to say. Their judgment is their problem. It is not your problem that they judge what you did as being bad or wrong. If it was not your intention to do harm, it would not bring about karmic situations in the same way as if you had deliberately done something that you knew was going to injure somebody in some way, shape, or form, emotionally or physically. It doesn't, mentally, it does not matter. If you do it deliberately to cause harm, then of course you experience the full consequences by having to repair the relationship in some way, shape, or form, or sacrifice, or give something back, or do something in some way in order to make up for this bad thing that you created. But if it's just that someone has taken offense because you said or did something, especially if it was from your personal belief and understanding of what you thought was right, then you are not bringing about karmic circumstances into your life.
Okay. All right.
And the person who took offense has given offense and has created karma for himself.
Oh my goodness. I hadn't thought of that.
Yes.
Okay.
You do not have to be offended or make judgments about other people's behavior. You can just accept it as it is, and if you do not like it, do not remain friends with that person. Be responsible for yourself and your own unhappiness. Forgive them for their actions. Assume that they didn't know better, and you will go through life being much happier.
Okay.
Yes, that is a very good way. Just assume that they did not know better, that they were never taught manners.
Yeah. Like my friend John, who's recently passed, and I don't care if he's listening, he knows what I'm talking about. He would say the darndest things, and I'd say, "What do you want to do that for?" And he'd say, "I don't know."
Well, was he saying them intentionally, unintentionally? Maybe he didn't realize what he was saying.
No, he sounds serious when he's saying it, but it didn't, it was I mean, why would you want to do something negative to cause problems? I don't understand. You know?
Well, some people like to play at being the devil.
No. Okay. Or maybe he's just doing it because he knew he was going to rag on me and get me going.
It is that, yes, and in effect being what a tease.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm.
And so, well, he has passed, so you no longer have a problem with that.
Nope.
And maybe you even miss him.
I do. It's silly, but I do. I do. He was a pain in the ass at times, but yes, I do miss him.
Are there any other questions? Then I think it's a good time to say goodnight.
Mm.
And so I give you all my blessings. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
I am back. Okay. Well, anything for me? No? All right. Well, remember, I love you all. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Well, Julia, I'll say good night. I love you too. Bye-bye.
Good night, Julia.